my neighbor stopped by. He went to a rummage sale and he bought this lamp. I looked at that thing and wow, that's been ridden hard and put away wet. So he says, what do you think I paid for it? I said, maybe $25, $30. And that's probably too much. He says, I paid $8. Okay, it's worth $8. But, wow. Look at that wick. Not good. Okay, what about the burner? Oh, it's a P&A Eagle. So, that's good. The next question is it pre or post World War II? It's metal. It's brass plated, so it's post World War II. It'll still work. I think the only thing that saved this burner is there's so much mung on it, it didn't get a chance to rust. So he wants it fixed up. Well, we can certainly do that. I have to get out probably some acetone and some soap and water and see if we can clean this up and actually make it work, and stick another wick in it, because that wick is only about right there. So it never, they either burned it a lot or they just, they never ran it down near the bottom. Okay, if you can see that, that's a mess. So, got out my container of acetone, and top doesn't seal well. Clean up the outside. It's about the best I'm going to be able to do. And then I got to go inside and soak it. But it is cleaning up. It might not be a bad lamp. I assume it's probably pressed glass by the looks of it. That's what it kind of looks like. Yeah, we're getting it. It's just going to take some cubic time. Probably when you get all that old kerosene out of there, it'll be clear. It won't be tinted. That's what I'm guessing. Yep. Got a lot of work ahead. Cleaning up the top here. It's glass. I thought it was brass, but it was so dirty. There is a brass insert. And it says patented September 19th and November 14th, 1911. So this base is a whole lot older than I thought it was. And this is a replacement burner, because these metal or steel burners didn't come out until after World War II. I'm going to turn my attention to this, see if I can get it out. Oh, doesn't want to come out. No. Alright, well, run it the other way. Ah! Okay. Let's get some scissors and just See if I can get that out. There. Got a new Hattersley wick, 7/8 by 8 inches. Got this from Miles Stair. Matches up. Well, we're going to have to see about cleaning up this brass plated steel a little bit. Got a little acetone on a toothbrush, and it is cleaning up I don't know whether you can see it, but it is clearer. Almost looks silver. Like maybe this wasn't brass plated. Well, with a little cleanup, it certainly doesn't look like it is brass plated. That's just raw steel. Huh. Okay. So I just got to clean up the bottom part here. Spend a little bit of time with some acetone and a brass wheel and a polishing wheel, and it turned out pretty good. So it's a nickel plated burner. It was so dirty I thought it was brass over steel. Well, after a little research, I'm pretty sure this nickel-plated Eagle No. 2 is the original burner for this lamp. And from what I've been able to figure out, some of the early lamps or burners were nickel-plated to cut down on corrosion and make them easier to clean. And with a lamp like this, or a base like that, I think that burner, it definitely went together. You know, premium lamp, premium burner. I gotta work on that. But anyway, that's what I'm guessing is that is why this is, I'm thinking this is an original burner. I think now I'm gonna have to do something about all that stuff that is inside. I'm just going to have to let that soak for a bit, and see what happens. This, how can anybody run a lamp when it's that filthy? How much light are you not getting? I don't know whether it's all on the inside or the outside. I guess it's a little bit of both. A little bit of both. This is definitely going to take some work to get all of that cleaned up. The more I clean this, the more I'm thinking this is an amber an amber chimney because I've scrubbed the inside and the outside, and I've got a toothbrush I've gone inside and cleaned around, and this is certainly looking like an amber finish piece of glass. That's what it's looking like. I don't know whether I like the amber or not, but I'll have to check with the neighbor, see if that's what he really wanted. I thought it was just filthy, but I can't get it any cleaner, so I guess we'll go with that. Now, as far as the fount, I think that's cleaning up pretty good. I'm probably going to have to go in with a toothbrush, and then we'll put it in the sink with some soap and water and make it purty again. Well, I rinsed out the acetone, but there's still, you can see in there, there's still a bunch of gunk. So I'm going to have to see if I can gunk isn't exactly coming out of there very good. I may have to go in with a wire or something and poke at it. Well, it took about an hour of constant scrubbing, but it's looking a whole lot better than it was. That was just a miserable thing to get clean. But it's done. Now it's just got to be dried out and put back together. Well, while I'm waiting for the fount to dry out, I thought it'd be a good time to put the new wick in, because we're not going to deal with that. So I generally like to do just a little bit of trimming. Those are really sharp. Well, give it a try anyway. So open it up and feed this down in. I always found that it's better to put it in through the wick tube. Still not in yet. There, I think we got it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know whether, I'm not going to trim it. I think he's just going to have it for a display, not to burn. I could be wrong, but I think that I'm just going to leave that as it is, because these fuzzies will burn off rather quickly. So there's the new wick. I guess it's now about time for the assembly and the final reveal. Clean fount, new wick, cleaned up nickel plated burner that doesn't want to screw on. Come on, let's get it right. I going just fine if I did it right. And finally, this amber chimney. There you go. Looks a lot different than it did a few hours ago.